The House of Representatives Committee on Capital Markets and Other Institutions, led by its Deputy Chairman, Tony Wolu, has met with officials of the two organizations along with some aggrieved shareholders of the oil company to settle the ongoing rift over insistent losses of Oando PSC shareholding value, which according to them currently standing at 159 billion naira. Having listened to complaints by the aggrieved parties, the committee resolved to give them 2 weeks to resolve their differences. Otherwise, the committee will be compelled to conduct open investigative public hearing if the commission failed to agree with the firm and the shareholders to allow for more inclusive input into the way forward. But the President, Renaissance Stakeholders Association of Nigeria Incorporated, Olufemi Timothy, who led the angry shareholders to the National Assembly to hand in a 6-page petition to the office of the chairman of the House Committee on Capital Markets and Institutions, in an interview with the National Assembly Press Corps, lamented the plight of stakeholders, which led them to resorting to legislature as the last hope of the oppressed in the country.
The management have been coming to us in the last 3 years to tell us this is their plight. They are investing. They bought ConocoPhillips assets to improve the lot of the company. We were convinced. So we were told that ConocoPhillips assets will help the company to grow as a reasonable investor. I must support. They said this 3 years ago. And they bought ConocoPhillips assets. After ConocoPhillips assets, what do we get? Nothing.
Speaking also on the plight of stakeholder is another leader of a different group, Akinolu Odenri, the National Coordinator of Proactive Shareholders of Nigeria.
We, as investors, there are ways which laws has given us a way out in order to hear our view or to defend our investment in any quoted company in Nigeria. Like the issue of Oando that we are talking about, the annual general meeting took place just 2 weeks ago in Uyo, Akwa Ibom State. It was then that we got the annual report at the venue of the AGM. So it was after the AGM when we got back home that we now saw the posted one at the something. Is when people will now begin to read it, members begin to call us. Don't you see what happened? We don't see what happened. We're now able to see this thing clearly. Because when you are given a bulky annual report at the end of AGM, it takes place for 1 or 2 hours. In most cases, you don't see most of the things written there. That is one of the strategies the company used to use in order to shortchange or to play prank on the investors.
They accused the regulators, including Security and Exchange Commission and the Financial Reporting Council of Nigeria, of being complacent in the discharge of their constitutional mandate to protect the interests of shareholders by not paying dividends since 2013 financial year. The petitioners were quick to agree that a court action to resolve the crisis is not the best solution. Hence, they opted to seek justice through the parliament, whose leadership, led by Tony Wolu, has assured them of a peaceful resolution of all areas of disagreement. Emmanuel Hijine, PTV News.